Are you there?
May I talk about dental fillings? Is that okay?
If you must.
Okay, great. Because it's a very important part of mind control. Because mercury, bisphenol A, fluoride, and more are all in dental fillings, which controls our brain. And every single dental filling is toxic. I don't care if you're using gold, because gold is mixed with copper, and copper controls your brain as well. It creates irritability and more. And so my point is that the truth is you should just pull your teeth out or find a better ingredient for fillings, because it's that bad.
Well, John,
and there's uranium. There's uranium inside of porcelain and ceramic fillings as well, and the list goes on and on. We're talking about a mountain of toxins, and it's a real crisis, and it's the second worst thing after vaccines. But the good news is that we can stop this if we just educate the public about how that it exists, and to just take the fillings out of their mouths. It's just such a nightmare, because there's mercury also in the palladium, the platinum, and the amalgam fillings. Everything that looks silver has mercury in it, and they're mixing and sometimes gold has some mercury in it. I mean, whatever they can spike with poison, they're doing it, and so we have to take the power back into our hands, make the things with our own eyes, and trust no one but ourselves.
All right.
It's that simple.
John, I appreciate you coming up. Bob, do you have any fillings in your face that maybe you can get John over there with a pair of pliers?
Well, no, I was thinking of coming over there and getting all your teeth out for you.
I wonder.
Well, the question is, what do we use as an alternative?
Well, I'm not looking forward. I'm trying to hang on to what teeth I have left. And the ones that had major fillings in, they're gone anyhow now, so I don't have to worry about them. But, toxic soup, folks, it's everywhere. By the way, I wanted to mention something to you, Bob. Did you happen to catch this? Pepsi is running their throwback series of their production of Coca-Cola. They're now making, for a limited time only, they're now making their Pepsi Cola product with sugar instead of the other crap in there. And I was really surprised by that, because what has skyrocketed in this country is sales of Mexican bottled Coca-Cola, which I will buy myself. I've bought cases of stuff before, and I noticed something. The taste of it is totally different. You can take your old Coke Classic that's made with all the artificial corn-based sweeteners, put it up against Coca-Cola that Mexico, and folks, I don't trust Mexico's purity standards, but you put them side by side and taste them, they taste totally different. Now, Pepsi was not available from any foreign manufacturer in this country with sugar in it, but I think Pepsi's been watching Coca-Cola, the Mexican-based sales in this country, and I think they have their ear to the ground that people aren't really happy with all this corn-based syrupy sweetener stuff that's really toxic for you. Yeah, they're reintroducing sugar back into Pepsi Cola. I just found that rather fascinating. Common sense is driving the market once again. And folks, I don't know about you, when I was a kid, one of my favorite haunts were candy stores. And I ate loads of sugar. Didn't have any negative effects on me. Probably wasn't that good for my teeth. Maybe that's why I had all the fillings in my face. Any rate, we'll take the break. Wanda, Rick, and others, we'll take your calls right after the top of the hour break. Remember, folks, for the Tuesday Bob Chapman special, you need to call the office because Robbie is off on another planet today. 800-724-2719, 20 Swiss francs, 53.25. There you have it. Give us a call, folks. We need the funds. We need to keep growing this network so we can inform more people so we can get our country back. We'll be right back right after this. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Hour 2 of the National Intel Report on this Tuesday, 12th of January, 2010. And, boy, you know, it's really strange, Bob. I've got a vacuum of response out there to the Elected Representative Network. I've had nobody, I got people who want to talk about teeth fillings. And I think in radio, this is going to be absolutely, it's going to be absolutely necessary for the restructuring and the reinstituting of the Grand Republic here at state level. And we've got good people. We've got Brogdon from Oklahoma. He's on board. We've got Sam Rohr from Pennsylvania, which, by the way, just to let you know, folks, Sam Rohr is one of the good guys. And the only opposition up there in Pennsylvania is the state's attorney general, and he's dumb as a box of rocks. Rohr will bury him in any debates whatsoever. There was a congressman who was up there running. He had next to no support. He's dropped out. So there is a real chance here that right out of the chute this year that we're going to have good people taking over governorships. And that is important. So I'm wondering, Bob, they've never seen or heard anything like this before. I wonder if this is setting in with people how important this is going to be.
I don't know. From what you've said, I don't know that it's gotten out to enough people yet.
Well, I know one thing. We're going to have instantaneous audience because all these people that are coming on board. And the ticket to this show is going to be that you're a statesman or you're a wannabe statesman. You know, that you're real close, and we'll get you up to speed on all of the issues. But this is going to be the platform for the grassroots activists in all the states, because the Fed is dead, Fred. I mean, if you ain't noticed, there ain't no redress. Just ask Bob Schultz. He's been asking for redress to the government for how many years? He's spent lots of money. He's threatened to starve himself to death. He's done everything that one man could possibly do, and they're dummied up. They're not saying anything because they don't have to. Well, let the states kick in. And there are a lot of good people that are in these state legislatures that have had absolutely no support because you're not part of the good old luminous ring knocker, good old boy, scratch my back and I'll grease yours club. So this is a real opportunity to back people within the state legislatures that are proposing rock-solid legislation. And we're going to need everybody's help getting this thing back. And this is my litmus test, Mr. Chapman. I'm going to see how badly people want their freedom back. Everybody's bitching and belly aching. I want to see how many people are going to roll up their sleeves and actually go to work for the restoration of this country.
Well, you've got it on the way. You've got the product, so then you got to sell it to them.
Well, they've been sold everything else.
That's true.
Yeah. Wanda in L.A., is that Lower Alabama or is that Los Angeles? Hello, Wanda.
Program. I have two questions. Different questions. I'm going to ask and hang up and let you answer. Yeah. Okay. I have a home that's paid for. I don't have any gold. Should I get an open line of credit at the bank for $10,000 or $20,000 and buy gold? I'm in my 60s, have about $4,000 a month coming in that's not guaranteed. Mm-hmm. Okay. Question number 2. There's a show on TV now called Conspiracy Theory.
I knew that question was going to come up.
Okay. Alex Jones is in it. It's on DirecTV. They talk about the Bilderberg population reduction with vaccines, fluoride, and so forth, the New World Order. How can the Illuminati allow this to be on TV?
Well,
and that's my question. I'm going to hang up and listen.
Okay. We'll take the break, ponder your question, and we will be back. You want to chime in on the program today? You've got unfettered access today to Mr. Robert Chapman. And I'm sure all the programs you folks have tuned in, you've had questions, but you're either too timid to call in. 800-313-9443. Just don't make it about teeth fillings. We'll be right back.